Kuma.
This is Sydney.
And we're here at Molly Ray Fragrance to learn more about the fragrance industry and just a small business in Seattle to show youth career options.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
Come on in.
This is Molly, and she's the owner of Molly Ray Fragrance, and she's gonna just explain about her space and her company.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thanks for visiting my studio. We are actually in a really historic building in Pioneer Square neighborhood of Seattle. And this is actually a community of artists. It's called the Good Arts Building. And so we have, painters, photographers, graphic designers, one perfumer here. And so we participate in art walks and lots of community things for Pioneer Square and for Seattle, so that the artists here have an opportunity to not just produce things here, but then to showcase them and share with the community.
What are some of the products that your company offers?
Well, fragrance products of different varieties. The classic perfume or eau de toilette is probably the most popular of the products, but I also do bath salts, like luxury bath salts that are really good for sore muscles and relaxation. And I also make a rollerball oil that's not a spray, so it's just oil based that you roll on. I've thought about getting into some other spaces, but I'm pretty busy with those so far. So
It's about owning your own business.
there's so many benefits. I talked about the freedom and just really having that ability to say, these are the hours I'm going to work today. And there's pressure there too of making enough to put the time in and have the profit come back. But I think that the freedom of deciding the course of my life with my business is the number one benefit. And then also just the ability to create and be in that space of designing while building a career. It's really awesome.
Starting a business takes time and money. Has this career path proven viable?
Yeah, actually, it's been 3 years now, and they always say the 3-year mark is really critical to your success, because you want to keep growing even if it's slowly. You have to. There was a company, a big company who was really involved in sustainability, and they decided they weren't going to grow, and so they took something called a no growth oath, and they decided we're not going to focus on growing at all. We're going to stay the same. And it failed, because it's just the nature of business, is that you have to keep moving and growing. And so I think that I'm happy to say that I have been able to do that. And I hope that in the next 3 years, that keeps moving in that direction.
How can youth get involved?
Well, I happen to have an intern through Seattle Made, who's a youth. And so I think that there's a lot of opportunities out there within different organizations in your city, in your county, in your state, that can offer these opportunities to find out about what businesses are doing, and if they need some support. I think the best way you can learn about an industry or a job is to have some hands-on experience. So I would say figure out what it is you might be interested in, and then explore opportunities, because there's so many businesses that want help, and they're just starting out, so they can't afford to necessarily have someone on the payroll. But for someone like me, it's been incredibly valuable to have youth help, if that's an expression, have younger individuals helping me, and also be able to mentor a little bit. So I think it's a win-win, because I get to teach a little bit and conversate about that person's path and how I might help.
And now we have Molly's intern, Elena.
So Elena, what do you do on an average day?
Initially, I would say inputting all the formulas in a Excel sheet and just organizing all the information, because those formulas are important and that we do keep them as record. And that was very interesting, because I get to see what goes into the different scents. And then sometimes I help Molly with like production, just like sticking their logo and sticker on different perfume bottles. Or sometimes she asks me for like input on some scents, and I can like just give my perspective on it and what I think. And yeah, so every day I would say it kind of varies a little bit, just depending on what she wants me to do and like what I can help with that I can actually myself do. Yeah.
So, what would you say to a peer who's interested in exploring fragrances?
I would definitely say, seeking out opportunities like these. There's just so much out there, and it's just about you taking the initiative to look for these and just actually taking the step to contact a business or just an organization and like, hey, I'm interested. It's like, is there any internships available, or just like, can we just like meet up and talk about this? And it's just like being able to like just put yourself out there and be willing to make a connection with people who are in the fragrance industry.
How and where can people find you?
Well, you can find me doing my production here, of course, and certain events, art walks, and things of that nature. But I also have a website. It's fragrancebyMR.com. And then I have Instagram, Facebook, Molly Ray Fragrance. I try to do, pop-up events for the community or with my clients around the holidays or summertime, and I try to promote those and get out there, because I have the kind of product that people have to try before they buy, right? It doesn't matter how pretty the bottle is or the label. You have to know how it reacts with your body chemistry and how you feel about it. Because if I sprayed you each with the same thing, it would smell differently on each of you. So it's important for me to get out there and have my testers and let people try them before they buy them.
So, what is one piece of advice you would give to Seattle's youth regarding business ownership?
My yoga studio, there's this neon sign that the owner has up that says, "Do what you love." And it's so easy to say that, and it sounds like, yeah, that'd be great, we have to make money, and I get that, but I think that when it comes to owning your own business and starting that venture, it requires a lot of dedication and patience. So if that is something that you love, you're gonna have a lot more to tap into.